when I control computing devices with my gestures only and the technology becomes just invisible to me, then it kind of feels magical. It feels like the computer understands me.
Welcome to the Full Spectrum. Hi, I'm Celia Gorman. Today we're speaking with David Kim of Newcastle University and Microsoft Research. We're going to take a look at his new 3D controller called Digits. Welcome, David. Thanks for joining us. So, what exactly is Digits?
Digits is a novel wrist-worn 3D hand tracker, which is indeed belovedless, which means you can use your hand to interact with physical objects, but it also enables you to continuously interact with virtual objects in 3D space, but also use gestures to communicate with your computing devices around you. So when Kinect first came out, our group was quite excited about the prospect of enabling bare hands interaction with virtual objects and enabling fine interactions with your fingers, not just your body limbs. Okay, so the main component is an infrared camera sitting on the inner area of the wrist overlooking the palm. And then we've got a horizontal laser line generator which projects a horizontal laser across all the fingers. We've got a ring of IR LEDs which illuminates the whole hand. And we've got an inertial measurement unit which gives the forearm orientation for calls and interactions with your whole arm. Yeah, so we use a single camera and we use synchronized infrared illumination. So in total, we captured 3 different kinds of images. The first one is with all the illumination off, so we can see what kind of lighting situation we have in the environment. And then we capture one camera image with the laser on to get the distance measurements from each finger. And then the infrared LED is used to extract fingertips and the shape of the hand. And from those 2 images, the first ambient infrared image is extracted, subtracted, so that we only see the signal we want to see.
You talk about 2 different models in the video. Why wasn't the simple model enough?
The laser gets projected either closer to the camera or farther away, depending on how much your finger is bent or stretched. And we tried to replicate this model. We just assume that all joints are proportional to each other, which means we can parameterize the bend motion of each finger with one parameter, which is the distance that the laser senses. But then in the next stage, we wanted to get a much more truer model of the hands, which also models an independent articulation of this knuckle joint.
What sort of real-world applications does Digits have?
Our vision when we started this research project was that this could be something like a wristwatch, which is small and ubiquitous enough to be worn all the time. By pinching your fingers, place a call, reject a call, change the music, change the volume, and things like that, so without having to reach for the device. My favorite application is, I think, the non-visual interface, because it is something what we don't see right now. When I control computing devices with my gestures only and the technology becomes just invisible to me, then it kind of feels magical. It feels like the computer understands me.
You also mentioned that Digits is made with off-the-shelf parts. About how much does it cost to build one?
So our research prototype, as you can see here, it costs around $300 to $400, and that's because we're using the best components we can get. But there's no reason why it could be much cheaper.
I'm sure a lot of people would love to build their own version of Digits at home. Are you going to release the plans?
This is a purely explorative research project. I don't know about plans and I can't comment about that.
So, David, where do you see this going and what other challenges are coming up for this project?
In terms of research challenges and challenges I'm personally interested in is that we show a proof of concept device which works in 80 to 90% of the cases. But we still have to tackle the last 10 to 20% to make it really work. And some of the challenges include like when I bend my thumb all the way across all the fingers, it occludes the view of the camera. And we would like to think more about like how we could tackle these things. For example, using machine learning algorithms to tackle with unknown situations and which are tricky to handle with our current setup.
Thank you so much for joining us, David. It's really a pleasure to hear about your new project. We've been speaking with David Kim from Newcastle University and Microsoft Research. Thank you so much for joining us. For IEEE Spectrum, I'm Celia Gorman.